Have you ever thought about someone out of nowhere and then suddenly they texted you? Have you ever felt someone's presence so strongly that you could swear they were thinking about you at that exact moment? Most people dismiss these experiences as coincidence, random chance, just your imagination playing tricks on you. But what if I told you that these aren't coincidences at all? What if there's actual science and psychology behind these experiences? What if energy really doesn't lie? Because here's the truth that ancient wisdom has always known and modern science is just beginning to understand. We are all connected through invisible threads of energy. And when someone is thinking about you intensely, when someone is missing you deeply, that energy reaches you. You feel it, sometimes in ways you can't explain, sometimes in ways that make you question your own sanity. But today, I'm going to show you exactly how to recognize when someone is missing you, not through guesswork, not through wishful thinking, but through real, tangible telepathic signs that your energy is picking up on. There are two major signs that are almost impossible to ignore, and if you've experienced even one of them, the chances are extremely high that someone out there is thinking about you right now. Let's dive into the first one. Sign 1, sudden and unexplained emotional shifts. Picture this. You're going about your day, feeling perfectly fine, maybe even happy. Everything is normal, and then, out of absolutely nowhere, a wave of emotion hits you. Sadness, longing, nostalgia, sometimes even joy or warmth. But here's the key, there's no logical reason for it. Nothing happened to trigger it. You didn't see something that reminded you of anyone. You weren't thinking about anything emotional. It just appeared. This is one of the clearest telepathic signs that someone is missing you, and here's why it happens. When someone thinks about you with intense emotion, when they're feeling that deep longing or nostalgia for you, they're sending out powerful emotional energy. And if you're energetically sensitive, if you're tuned into the invisible frequencies that connect all of us, you pick up on that energy. It's like receiving a message that bypasses your logical mind and goes straight to your emotional body. Now, let's get into the psychology and science behind this. Research in the field of quantum physics has shown that everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your thoughts, your emotions, your very consciousness, all energy. And energy doesn't just stay contained within you. It radiates outward. It travels. When someone misses you deeply, they're generating a specific emotional frequency. And if you've shared a deep connection with that person, if you've spent significant time together, your energies are already entangled. You're literally tuned to the same frequency. So when they emit that frequency of longing, of missing you, your energy field picks it up. And your body translates that into a sudden emotional shift. This is especially common with people you've had romantic relationships with, close friendships with, or family members you're deeply bonded to. The stronger the connection, the stronger the telepathic link. But here's how you can tell the difference between your own emotions and telepathic emotions. First, telepathic emotions come out of nowhere. There's no trigger. You weren't thinking about the person. You weren't doing anything related to them. The emotion just drops on you like a wave. Second, the emotion often doesn't quite fit your current situation. You might suddenly feel sad even though everything in your life is going well. Or you might feel a warm, loving sensation even though you're doing something completely mundane like washing dishes. Third, and this is important, the emotion often passes relatively quickly. It comes in like a wave, stays for a few minutes or hours, and then fades. That's because you're not generating the emotion yourself. You're picking it up from someone else's energy field. Pay attention to these moments. Don't dismiss them as random mood swings. Because if you suddenly think of a specific person during these emotional shifts, if their face pops into your mind while you're feeling these unexplained emotions, that's your confirmation. That's the telepathic message being received loud and clear. They're missing you. and your soul knows it before your mind does. Sign 2. You can't get them out of your mind. This is the second major telepathic sign, and it's probably the most common one people experience. You wake up thinking about someone. They pop into your head throughout the day. You dream about them at night. No matter what you do, no matter how busy you are, they keep appearing in your thoughts. And here's the crucial part: you're not intentionally thinking about them. You're not sitting there reminiscing or missing them on purpose. They just keep showing up in your consciousness, uninvited. This is a classic sign of telepathic connection. And it's happening because they're thinking about you so intensely that their energy is literally pulling your attention toward them. Let me explain how this works from an energetic perspective. When someone thinks about you, especially with strong emotion, they're directing their mental and emotional energy toward you. It's like they're sending out a signal, a broadcast on a specific frequency. And if you're receptive to that frequency, which you naturally are if you've shared a connection with them, your consciousness picks up the signal. Your subconscious mind receives the message first, and then it bubbles up into your conscious awareness as thoughts of that person. You might be working, and suddenly you remember a conversation you had with them. You might be watching TV, and something reminds you of them even though it has nothing to do with them. You might be falling asleep, and their face is the last thing you see in your mind. This isn't random. This is energetic communication happening at a level most people don't understand. Now, here's where the psychology gets really interesting. There's a phenomenon called spontaneous telepathy that researchers have been studying for decades. And while mainstream science is still skeptical, there have been documented cases of people experiencing thoughts, images, or feelings about someone at the exact moment that person was thinking about them. One study conducted at the University of Amsterdam found that people could often sense when they were being stared at, even when they had no visual or auditory cues. The researchers concluded that there might be some form of non-local consciousness, a way our minds communicate beyond the 5 physical senses. And if that's true for something as simple as being stared at, imagine how strong the connection must be when someone is actively missing you, thinking about you with deep emotion and longing. But here's how you can verify this sign. First, notice the pattern. Is it a specific person who keeps appearing in your thoughts? Or is it random people at random times? If it's the same person consistently, that's significant. Second, pay attention to the timing. Do these thoughts come during specific times of day? Early morning and late night are when people often feel most vulnerable and reflective. Those are the times when they're most likely to be thinking about someone they miss. Third, notice how you feel when they pop into your mind. If you feel a warm, gentle sensation, a sense of connection, maybe even a slight pull in your chest area, that's energetic confirmation. Your heart chakra, the energy center associated with love and connection, is responding to their thoughts. And here's the most powerful confirmation. If you reach out to them during these moments, you'll often find that they were, in fact, thinking about you. They might say something like, "I was just about to text you," or "That's so weird, I was just thinking about you." That's not coincidence. That's telepathy. That's energy in action.